How you guys doing? Welcome to the channel. My name is James. This is a new channel out here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and let's keep this going. The channel is mostly focused on mental health when it comes to mental health and family life. The mental health of men have taken a back step. Nobody really cares about that, and if you try to shine a light on it, people shame you for that. You gotta be a man. You gotta stand up. You gotta, work through it. So this channel is focused on the mental health of men. The space that one can come and just express himself. And hey, I'm going through something. You're going through something. Let's talk about it. I mean, I just want to talk to you today. Focus my channel on that aspect of it. Anyway, today I just want to talk to you about the loneliness of men in America. It's very noticeable. You don't really have to watch the news or swipe through social media to know that men are very lonely here. I will even go as far as saying that men on the West, are pretty much a joke to society because society doesn't really care about them that much. You gotta work yourself into some kind of success. It's all about what can a man provide, what can he do. It's not about how you feeling, what you want to talk about, how life been with you. It's all about can he provide, can he help me do this one. Most men in the West are just used for for people to use them as ladders or as stairs, a bunch of stones just to walk on and reach the top. Men are just pretty much a floor mat here. People don't care about that. They don't care about the status of it. Outside the United States, in most countries, especially like in Africa, the woman have to like prove herself that to the men she have to come. She have pretty much have to go under the structure of the men, and then she gotta learn how to cook, clean. She gotta pretty much have to impress the guy in the marriage. As time progresses, but in America, it's pretty much different. So like the guy have to impress her, like all the time. He have to make sure he reach at her level. Sometimes she'll say, "Oh, you're not at my level, so you gotta reach to her level." When they talk about that, they're pretty much talking about financially. That's all it is. And if that is equal, they're gonna pretty much bypass to you gotta be emotionally available, you got emotional intelligence and stuff like that. He's not sympathetic enough. Pretty much try to shame you for just being a man, acting like a dude, and saying I gotta be tough because I got family. I gotta take care of, and not just family, my own personal family, but my mom and dad. I gotta take care of them, and they're old. So you just gotta be tough. But society does shame me for that. That all lead to loneliness. According to the NPR, a website called NPR, about 63% of men are lonely compared to 58% of women. So you would say, why are these men lonely in America? Why are guys so much alone in America? First, that's the fact is that porn has contributed greatly to loneliness because here you would say guys are not going out as much or are not approaching women much, but this is two sides to that story. Yes, porn has contributed greatly because it's very accessible. I don't have to go out doing things. Use my phone, my internet. I got it, and then pleases myself. Well, people can please themselves at home. You don't have to even work for it. Sometimes you just pay online. That contributes to loneliness. The accessibility of porn and even now using porn, you can just walk on the street and do your thing as a man. Just pay for it if that is what you want. Why most men go that route is because the alternative is very very bad. I mean, it's not very very bad, but it's unpredictable. Because let's say you get married and then and when you get married, most of the time the guy is kind of like subject to the wife, especially in the West. Especially in the West, in Africa, that doesn't happen. I mean, that's happening, but that's rare. But here the guy is like subject to the wife. So as soon as she's pregnant, and you guys are married. You know what I'm saying? So everything just like you have to please her now. You have to do everything if you want things to go well, and if you're financially stable and you don't want to get financially wrecked, you have to do everything in her power, try to make her happy. And the problem is, you can really make her happy because she will always flip flop back and forth. So that's not a good consistency you want to go through. So men, that's one of the reasons why men are just pretty much lonely, because they're like, man, if I must go through this, and let's be honest, the divorce rate in America is higher than the marriage rate. I mean, most people are getting divorced just like TikToks. It's crazy out here. So it's like there's no long-term stability when it comes to family life, and the court system pretty much reward the woman in the process when things doesn't go well in the marriage. She most of the time it's like a default setting. She get everything. You the man have to prove that she's incapable. She's not capable of taking care of some things, or she's not worth. She doesn't contribute to some things. You gotta prove so much to the court that you are the man deserving. Even when you the one that buy everything in the marriage, the house, the car, you the one responsible for everything. At the end of the day, it can be taken away from you because it's kind of like a default setting here when it comes to the court. She get everything. You just have to disapprove, and that she doesn't require those things. So that's one of the things that contribute to loneliness, and also getting a woman here as a young man. You pretty much have to be a little bit financially stable, and then have a little bit of status, and also you have to make sure the lady or the woman you're trying to get in contact with or trying to connect with is pretty much stable, right? It's pretty much good, because most people in America, majority of them, they try to use people, definitely use people. They try to gain their status. Like I said before, they will use you as ladders, they will use you as stairs, they will use you as something just to move up to the next person. And most of the time in the relationship, the woman, to be honest, it will kind of look for excuses just to, if things are not working good, if you keep telling her no, putting your foot down constantly, and looking at the overall projection of the relationship, and steering things into the right way. If it doesn't suit her well, suit her plan well, she probably gonna leave. And without much of a stability, without much of a unstableness, it's kind of bad. Reason why most men are just being alone, right? And you can feel it, you can see that and feel that even watching news. You can see that the suicide rate of men is higher, the homelessness of men is higher. And the bad thing about it is that there's no program that contribute to men to express himself, to talk about their mental issues and vent out. Like example, if you have a wife or a girlfriend and you try to vent out to her, which is a good idea. You guys are a couple and you should be able to express yourself to your spouse. But most of the time, she's gonna turn that around and shove it in your face. In a little argument or a little disagreement, she's probably gonna bring out the worst, your most insecurities. She's gonna bring it out in your face and just smash it in your face. And you can just go to her, Yeah, you can go to her because that she will probably change that around on you. So you will say, "Oh, let me go to my buddy, my friends." You haven't seen your buddy or your friends, for a couple months, maybe a year now, because you're a family man now. You gotta put your family first. You're constantly working. You guys haven't hung out a couple of months or years now. So that closeness you have with your friends is not there anymore. Man, you're pretty much like an island. So you have to you see maybe an older person at work, you just talk to them and you guys become close because you spend almost 16 hours at work anyway. and you build that that friendship and like leadership, mentorship at work. Even with that, it's not stable because it's at work. You don't want to say anything, do anything against. You don't want to piss with where you eat from. So you got to make sure certain lines are not being crossed. And the person you're venting to at work, you got to make sure they are not in a position to hurt you in a certain way. So it's like, where do you go? No, there's nowhere to go. Nowhere to try to get things straightened out when it comes to your mental illness. So it's like, there's nowhere. If you're a woman, that's easy. The government pretty much give you stuff. You just put out a program enough. Lots of program that for women, for kids, to get take care of. For men, it's very, very hard. So that's my take right there. So if you have a father, if you have a brother, man, or have a man in your life, reach out to them sometimes. Talk to them. Give them your time and let them vent to you. Care about them. Show them you care. Show them you love them. And if it's brave enough to open up to you, don't use that as a leverage or use that as some kind of thing you have on them. Be a good person. Don't be the worst person. And try to help them out. That's what they need. They need someone to help them out. They need someone to vent to. They need someone that care about them, mentally and then physically. And that's pretty much it.
It makes perfect sense to me that so many of these men are by themselves because they're just not willing to do what it takes. But I am also, like I said, Kimberly can't keep a man because Kimberly ain't trying to keep no man. Like, I mean, I'm sure I could adjust and give in and let things go and keep a man around. I'm sure that I could do that. But why? You know, what do I get from that?